Oh wow, that's unusual. Let's just build a slip lane around this high voltage power line tower. Hi, it's Wolfie here. We've just turned left into the Dingley Bypass from Warrigal Road. The Dingley Bypass, State Route 87, it's part of a freeway that is being built in slow motion. This opened in 2016. It follows a section of the Dingley Freeway Reserve that was defined in the 1969 Melbourne Transportation Plan. Sections of the original Dingley Freeway have been built bit by bit over the years. From west to east, there's been the South Road extension, completed in 2007, which was later extended again and became Dingley Bypass in 2016. It roughly follows the Dingley Freeway Reserve, connecting sections further east, which we won't be driving along today, but these are the Westall Road extension from Heatherton Road to Springvale Road, which was built in 1995, and the Dandenong Bypass that was completed in two sections in 2012 and 2007. Now, the final section of this so-called Dingley Freeway would be an eastern section extending that current Dandenong Bypass from the South Gippsland Highway over to the South Gippsland Freeway, complete with a freeway-style interchange. And there's been proposals floated in recent years by politicians about removing the traffic lights along this whole corridor. So you can see it's inevitable that this roadway will, at some point, become the completed Dingley Freeway, basically following that 1969 plan. We're now coming up to the Mordialloc Freeway, also known as the Mordialloc Bypass, also known as the Mornington Peninsula Freeway Northern Extension. but it's all called the M11. So we're now turning on to what is currently Melbourne's newest section of freeway. It opened in 2021. This 9-kilometre section connects from the Dingley Bypass to the existing Mornington Peninsula Freeway at Aspendale Gardens. It provides a better connection for people travelling between the inner and western Melbourne suburbs with the Mornington Peninsula, because traffic coming down Nepean Highway can now be diverted away from the Nepean Highway onto South Road at Moorabbin, where it can simply shoot across here to the Dingley Bypass and directly onto the Mornington Peninsula Freeway. Now, this road was originally planned under the name Mordialloc Bypass, and just like the Dingley Bypass, it was going to be an arterial road with traffic lights. But in 2018, extra funding was announced to build this road as a fully grade separated freeway. Thus, it went from being the Mordialloc Bypass to the Mordialloc Freeway during its construction, because freeway is a step up from bypass. But in reality, the Mordialloc Freeway doesn't actually go to Mordialloc, and it was always destined to be an extension of the Mornington Peninsula Freeway. So in November 2021, it was opened with the signs properly describing it as the M11 Mornington Peninsula Freeway. So not only does this freeway have an identity crisis, but it is arguably Australia's greenest freeway. A huge amount of consideration was given during the planning and construction phases to the environmentally sensitive areas adjacent to the freeway. There's many wetlands and swamp areas which are home to native trees, wetland birds and other wildlife. Preserving this with minimal disruption was a major challenge in building this section of road. Other environmental innovations were used in this project as well, like the road pavement itself uses 30% reclaimed asphalt. Recycled crushed concrete is used on the access tracks and the shared bike and footpath, which follows the entire length. There's some 2.1 kilometres of drainage pipes made from recycled plastics. And even the noise wall panels that you can see along here have been made from 570 tonnes of recycled plastic waste. That's the equivalent of recycled plastic collected from 25,000 homes in a whole year. We're now passing over Springvale Road, which had been the northern terminus of the Mornington Peninsula Freeway since 1980. The northern extension from the Dingley Bypass is just the latest in a long line of individual sections of this freeway that's been built since 1971, turning it into the continuous 60-kilometre freeway we have today, now under the one banner of the M11 Mornington Peninsula Freeway. Today's M11 is a result of the 1969 Melbourne Transportation Plan, where it was originally designated as the F6 Freeway Corridor. We now approach the M11 M3 interchange. We'll be taking the M3 exit southbound toward Frankston, which puts us onto the Frankston Freeway. This is a relatively short 7-kilometre freeway, and it's one of Melbourne's oldest freeways, originally built as the Frankston Bypass Road, with initial construction in the 1960s and full grade separation to freeway standard in the early 1970s. northern end of the Frankston Freeway transitions from the Eastlink Tollway at this Mornington Peninsula Freeway junction. Eastlink forms the eastern section of a suburban ring road around Melbourne. So subsequently, Eastlink transitions onto the Eastern Freeway and continues onto Clifton Hill. The entire length of this freeway corridor from Frankston to Clifton Hill is now known as the M3. Until 2013, the Frankston Freeway had been congested, especially during holiday months due to a missing section of the Mornington Peninsula Freeway. That missing section, dubbed Peninsula Link, was completed in 2013, taking much of the traffic away from the Frankston Freeway. The Frankston Freeway had been known as State Route 11, but it was redesignated as M3 when the missing Peninsula Link section of the Mornington Peninsula Freeway was complete in 2013. The southern end of the Frankston Freeway terminates at a traffic light intersection with Cranbourne Road, just to the west of the Frankston CBD. And again, the present-day M3 Frankston Freeway and Eastlink were both defined in the 1969 Melbourne Transportation Plan, with Frankston Freeway being dubbed the F35 South Frankston Freeway, and Eastlink known as the F35 North Scoresby Freeway / Eastern Ring Road. There's no known plans to extend or improve the Frankston Freeway as of 2022. And since the Mornington Peninsula Freeway now provides a complete bypass around the entire Frankston region, the good old Frankston Freeway seems to be quite happy in its current form. Well, that will do us for now as we approach Cranbourne Road and the end of the Frankston Freeway. Thanks for watching and join me again soon.